Hello 7th class students. In the last two video we have started the chapter first nutrition in plants and we discuss about the term nutrition, process of taking food and how it utilization. Two types of nutrition, autotrophic and heterotrophic. Auto means self and all green plants perform autotrophic nutrition. They make their food with the help of water, carbon dioxide and sunlight, and end product form is glucose and oxygen. Glucose is converted into the starch, and we also studied the requirements that are needed for the process of photosynthesis. First requirement is chlorophyll, second carbon dioxide, third mineral, and fourth sunlight. Now again continuing with the chapter, another topic in your book is what is the role of leaf? Role of leaf in photosynthesis. As leaf is green in color, and green color due to the presence of chlorophyll, and leaf are also called the food factories, as the process of photosynthesis occur in the leaf part. Leaf are the food factories, green color, and to understand the phenomena of photosynthesis you have to study the structure of a leaf. Suppose this is a leaf that is green in color, and we have studied that on the leaf surface there are present tiny pore-like structure, and these tiny pore-like structures are called stomata. If on the microscope we see the section of a stomata, here you can see in the diagram that this is a stomata. This is the guard cell, this is the stomatal opening. Here inside TS of a leaf section, this is the chlorophyll that provide green color and help in the process of photosynthesis. This is the base, this is the guard cell. Guard cell open only in the presence of sunlight. A leaf has two surface layer, upper and lower. This is the upper layer, this is the lower layer, and green color due to the presence of chloroplast. Numerous tiny pores, as on the leaf surface see, this is a numerous tiny pore that is called the stomata, and each leaf has one and upper surface and lower surface. Stomata is surrounded by a vein shape. This hole is the stomata, and this is the stomatal opening, and this is the guard cell. This is two guard cells that surround the stomata, and cells of internal layer. This is the internal layer, upper layer, down layer, and this is the internal layer. These layers have large spaces. Why? For the exchange of gases, as stomata help in the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide with the outer environment. Veins and veinlets contain xylem and phloem vessel for the transportation of water and food. Now xylem vessel help in the transportation of water and phloem in the transportation of food. Two types of vessels are present in vein and veinlet. One is xylem vessels and second is phloem vessel. Xylem help in water transportation and phloem help in food transportation. So in your book exercise there is question also, what functions are performed by xylem vessel. These are present in the veins and veinlet. So this is the structure of a leaf. Leaf contains stomata. Color of leaf is green. Two layers, upper and lower, and inner layer has larger intercellular spaces. Why? for the exchange of gases. As carbon dioxide go inside in the presence of light, stomata open, carbon dioxide go inside through the chloroplast, and where the process of photosynthesis is to be going on. After that, how the process of photosynthesis occurs? See how the process of photosynthesis occur. Stomata open during the daytime and atmospheric air enter into the stomatal cavity. Here it directs contact with green cell. Here is the stomata and air enters during the day. So here it is in direct contact with green cells and diffuses through the cell membranes, and water and minerals are also diffused into the green cells. So major function is performed by the stomata. Glucose thus prepared and transported by flowing vessels to various parts of the body for utilization. Now how the process of photosynthesis occurs? These are the parts. First part is there. First, glucose that prepared. Glucose is the end product that is formed after the process of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide, water combined with chlorophyll and sunlight, and glucose is formed that is transported to the flowing vessel, because glucose is a food that is transported to the various parts for the utilization. Excess glucose, the remaining glucose is converted into the starch. And last function, oxygen that is produced is diffused into the outer environment that we used for breathing. Three main functions: glucose is produced, and excess glucose is converted into the starch, and another oxygen that is diffused into the outer environment and used as a food. Now another, continuing the topic, synthesis of protein. Simple carbohydrate. As synthesis of proteins, carbohydrates are synthesized during the process of photosynthesis. What is carbohydrate? Glucose is a form of carbohydrate that is synthesized during the process of photosynthesis. Now which is converted? That glucose, that carbohydrate is converted into fats and protein. First, the carbohydrate glucose is converted into the starch, and these carbohydrate, when formed in excess, is further converted into the fats, proteins and glycogen, as this starch is converted into the glycogen. But what about the proteins? Proteins are the compounds of, proteins are formed of nitrogenous compounds, and they are not the photosynthetic food. They are not formed after the process of photosynthesis. Nitrogen, some plants, as the leguminous plants, as some plants can utilize the roots of leguminous plants, has some bacteria that convert the atmospheric nitrogen into the nitrate. As here is the topic, synthesis of nitrogen. Simple carbohydrates are synthesized into the fat, starch, glycogen, proteins. But what about the proteins? They are the compound of nitrogen and the photosynthetic food as glucose. Glycogen, carbohydrate, it doesn't contain the proteins. So plant can only absorb compounds of nitrogen that are dissolved in water, that the water that we apply to the plants, as our air is consist of 78% of nitrogen, and that nitrogen that is dissolved in water, through their roots plant absorb that nitrogen and convert into the nitrates, first by nitrogen fixation, in which free nitrogen is in the soil is converted into the water soluble by the activity of nitrifying bacteria. As in the root nodules, some plants have root nodules, nitrifying bacteria. Roots of leguminous plants have nodulated bacteria. Example, rhizobium is a bacteria that is present in the leguminous root, which convert the atmospheric nitrogen into the nitrates. And by adding fertilizer, the fertilizer that we apply NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. That fertilizer also add nitrogen to enhance the growth of the plants. Roots of the plant absorb this dissolved nitrogen and stem transport it to all parts. In the cell, nitrogen assimilate with carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, form amino acid and proteins. So when proteins are made up of, what are proteins? Made up of nitrogenous compound. And how nitrogenous compounds are formed? By nitrifying bacteria that are present in some leguminous plants roots, example rhizobium, and by fertilizer. Now ending, what is significance of photosynthesis? Synthesis of food and formation of oxygen for respiration. Main products of photosynthesis: formation of food as glucose, carbohydrates, fats, protein and oxygen that is necessary for breathing and respiration. Now in the next video we will continue heterotrophic nutrition.